And here we are again, ladies and gentlemen, as night falls on day 78 of this post-apocalyptic Bristol infection-free zone. So, we made quite some big developments in our base design and progression in the previous episode. We figured out that we need to sort out some of our food production, and we also have a bunch of survivors that we are trying to babysit back to camp. Now, because they're still out in the open, let's just babysit them for a second and make sure they get to cover unharmed. I suppose they'll probably be popping into one of these buildings for the night. Though they are looking pretty determined to make their way, aren't they? They're not too far away now, but obviously without being able to cross this bridge, we do have a slightly longer route around. And yeah, they have chosen not to go into that building, so we're just going to keep our squads with them. Hopefully they won't burn through all of their fuel. But yeah, we're just going to make sure that they are safe for the night. Checking back at base camp, we have Alpha Squad defending the pub, and we have our other squads. Ah, there we go, back at base. Alright, cool. So, let's distribute these guys around, just in case we have any attacks. Get you down there. Let's get you down there, and then you guys over here. Covering all angles. I probably didn't do the guard switch, did I? No. So let's do that now. They should all be able to run out there. So long as no hordes come. And yeah, look at these guys making track. Oh, and of course, I guess they'll just swim across. We'll have to drive back round, but as long as we escort them to the river, they're all good. Oh, and we're on a full moon as well, I've just noticed, of course. At least I did notice. Hey, but being that that's the case, let's get back to cheekily scavenging down on this island here. Get all of these. Like, fill that queue up and get everything. He says leaving off those lot, but that's a nice chunk to work on for now. Right, we have our throwaway squad. So unless they were asked to give them over with anything, I'm just going to empty them out. And I guess you can chill in the square. Right, hopefully. Okay, so they're all outside for some reason, but they are retreating away due to the full moon. That's fine, just make sure they're safe. All good. These guys... Okay, where are you going now? Nah, they're going to swim across here, surely. Let's also check our repair shop, see if they got everything done. Buildings to repair, none. So, that's ideal. That building there has been finished as well, so let's adapt that into... What was it? Scrapyard. Still doesn't say how many workers it's going to take. I guess we'll find out. I don't think we need more than like 15. Okay, cool. So yeah, they crossed the river and then our guys drove around. That's another 8 bodies in the workforce. Oh, there's 9 actually. Sick. 3, 6, 7, 8, and 1 at the front. Yeah. Lovely. Alright, you two... No. The squads, please. 4. Yeah, let's send one there. The other one here. Okay, cool. I don't know why they went to this headquarters. Maybe because it's the bigger one now. But this one was closer. Anyway, never mind. Those 8 workers are in. Putting us up to 186 in total. Ooh, how long will it be before we get to 200? What we're now, episode 31? Episode 32, I reckon we'll be there. Let's put the rest onto scavenging. How many have we got? We've got 10 here and 18 there. You know what, that's nice. When I take the guards off, I'll chuck them all onto scavenging as well. Alright, steady on, lads. Yeah, they'll be fine. Daylight's about to break as well, so they should. I reckon they can work through that by the next evening. There's only a few like medium-sized buildings there. They should pump through the small ones very quickly. Okay, cool. So here we are. Let's take the guards off, put them onto scavenging. Right. Alright, transmission. So is this the army again? Oh no. It's the same message we've heard multiple times before.
This is the infection-free zone of humanity. Please respond.
To anyone out there.
Okay, we're going to do the same as before and just click through all these options because we know we're just going to get the same thing over and over. Okay. Are we now going to get one of our guys saying anything about that? No? Well, speaking of radio comms, let's invite some people again. We can get another 8 in. 9, even. And yeah, okay, food production now. So, okay, research now. But we do only have 8 points, so we might not even be able to start researching the next thing, which was archery techniques. Yeah, okay, it requires 12, so we're going to have to accumulate a few points. We'll get onto that soon. And then in terms of food production, let's free up 6 workers. So we can use another farm. Now we've got 5 working farms. Yep, with still another 3 to go. Cookhouse, we have 2 in here. Let's get another 2 in here. And we should be making plenty of food. And then the barn. Well, if we've added 2 workers to the farm, I feel like adding 2 workers to the barn might be a bit much. But if that is the case, then we just need to add more farm workers. So let's go with that for now. We've added 2 to the farm, 2 to the cookhouse, and 2 to the barn. That should increase our grain productivity, thereby our meat productivity, and fertilizer, and meal as well. Hopefully that'll be sufficient enough to negate any canned food overconsumption. Alright, lovely. So let's hit play again. Wondering if we should be utilizing these squads to do something. Also, I was going to send those guys on an expedition, wasn't I? I probably should have done that, actually, as soon as I realised it was a full moon. That seems like a good time to go out on an expedition. Yikes, they do have a lot to work through. I have to make sure that I start sending them home before sunset comes, though, so that they can get clear of that and hopefully not run into too many of the dogs there as well. And while this is happening, I'm going to get this squad to rearrange the cars in the garage over here. Could even send them out to do car collections. That's not a bad shout. Alright, so we pop that one there. Get into the combi. Pop the combi down there. Yeah. Oh, nice. Okay, so we got our recycling center opened up. That's cool. Let's go to that cart. Let's see how many workers we've got on there then. 10. 10 workers working on 277 salvageable scrap. I think that's too many. We'll blast through that. We kind of want this to be a constant rate. We want to have as much coming in as we are producing from our workers that are in there. That's going to take 16. How many did it say? It would take 3 minutes. Yeah. If that's 16 minutes, what's that in total? Do we reckon hour and a half maybe to produce one? Well, actually collect 2 units of raw metal. How many do they use? 1 per time? So 1 scrap makes 2 metal, maybe? Yeah, but we'll just have to keep an eye on that and see what the balance is between scrap coming in and metal going out. Might actually, in fact, you know what, I'm going to put it to 1. Because we've got so many deconstruction tasks that, like, it doesn't really matter about pulling in metal from here. We'll literally just use 1 guy in there for now. And chemical plant. How are we doing for tools? We've got 25. We've got 1 guy working on them. They're coming in very slowly. You know what? I'm going to put another guy into here. We just want these tools coming out a bit quicker because some of these big industry buildings are obviously going to require a lot of them. And then I think I'm happy with the amount of workers that are on that at the moment, so let's just get the rest onto scavenging. And yeah, I think that's looking good. Now, we'll get this squad up into this car, we'll go do the car collections as I mentioned before. Have a quick check of these guys. Yeah, they're getting through very nicely. Okay, the unnamed squad 9 is in their vehicle. Let's go up here, we'll collect these 2. No, they have no guns on them as well, obviously. I left them empty, so if they come across any resistance, they might be in trouble. But they should be fine when they're driving around. So, I mean, we've still got half a day to work with as well. Yeah, I don't think these guys will quite make it. But they'll get through a nice chunk there. Hopefully they can get this warehouse, that'd be nice. So we should get some decent loot from there. Okay, those guys are fine at base. We've had this... Oh no, it never disappeared in the first place, did it? We did go to that building, yeah. Oh, never mind. Oh yeah, these funny zigzags. Dude, that's so wild. I wonder what that actually is. Okay. So, now they've made it up here. Let's split this squad out. Let's get 1 guy into 1. Split the squad again, get another guy in there. You get onto that vehicle, and you onto this one. And hopefully we can take all 3 home. Okay, let's go back here. Let's queue up these guys. They should be Q8. Yep. Okay, so they've just finished that one. Let's get them to do the warehouse. I think they can sneak these 3 in. And then send them back. Alright. Back up for these guys. Okay, so we've taken one car. Should be nearly done on this one. How much fuel has he got? Nearly full. Epic. He doesn't have as much, but they should all make it back without issue. So selected those three. Let's send them. Let's send them here. Is that a warehouse? It is. Get those cars full of fuel and then park them up. Nice. Good day's work here, I think. Are these guys on their way yet? The last two buildings. Lovely. Wow, you can hear the snarls of the infected. But fortunately, they are getting out of there just in time. Back to the safety and comfort of IFZ Bristol. Alright, beautiful. We should be doing our guard switch in just a minute as well. I have to keep telling myself more than anything. There it is, so let's take scavengers off. Guards on. These three are getting in now. That's awesome.
We're missing resources.
Out of bag of grain. So, still not producing enough grain. Okay, we're paused. Let's check our production again here. Oh wow, we're really running low on fuel, so we're definitely going to need workers in that plant as soon as it's up and running. And we're only sitting on 71 fertilizer, so after literal like dozens of episodes, we actually don't have that much of a stockpile. But it should be enough to make a decent amount of fuel for like what we're actually using at the moment. Anyway, onto the food. So scavenge 28 used 47.5. Wow, we've used so much. But we've made 20 meals. And using 22. So we might need to even get more cooks in again then. Though I don't feel like we've seen the full effect of our change in workforce. We'll have to wait a couple of days for it to balance out. We're still like a slight surplus in meat. So yeah, it would be a case of increasing workers in the cookhouse if we are still a bit behind there. Grain again, yeah, producing 16 and using 22. Wow. So maybe we are gonna have to get more greenhouses filled up. But let's give it another day and see where we land after that. Plenty of childcare. Oh, actually not looking as strong on the beer front. 140, 144 out of 157, so not quite fully satisfied, but everyone seems to be happy. So that's good. I guess a few people took the night off drinking. But yeah, again, they're requiring grain as well. And obviously the barn's going to be using a bunch. Yeah, we're going to have to get more greenhouse workers on, aren't we? Probably going to have to make 2 more greenhouses active. Let's do this. Let's free up 6 workers because we're going to need 2 of the farms. And wait, what were the other 2 going to be for? Meat, no. Cookhouses? Yeah, 1 and eat. Okay. That takes it from, wow, an hour and a half to 57 minutes. Yeah, well, obviously, 50% more efficiency, right? With a 3rd worker in there. Okay, cool. We'll see how that balances out in the new day. Now, repair shop, yeah, we didn't need any for that. Scrapyard. Oh, yeah, did we just... No, I thought I left one in there. Well, you know what, never mind. It doesn't matter. It's kind of like, just put it in because we had it more than anything. I don't really need it for now. I do wonder now that we've built this stuff up, what the squad's visibility is like from the warehouse. So let's get one of these guys in here and just see what he can see. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. Obviously, this scrapyard is kind of getting in the way of our view from the headquarters, so that was probably not the most well planned out. But never mind. Alright, I do believe we have everyone at home, but I'm just going to check the overview and make sure. I mean, obviously, apart from Bravo Squad over here, RIP. Let's take a moment of silence for these boys once more. Yeah, RIP, guys. But actually, look, you can see their torch beam, and we do have one option of trying to deconstruct the building and see if that helps. That is a risky mission, though, but I might queue that up one day. Kind of probably need to like bang that into a shelter or something, so that the boy can travel back and forth for his daily job. Because whoever we get doing the job to deconstruct that is going to be at severe risk of getting killed. Alright. Where were we at? Now we were going to park up cars, weren't we? So, let's start doing that. We are at night time anyway, so we probably could have just been playing through this whole thing. Just, you know, as usual, you've got to be a little bit vigilant for those infected. Paranoid, some might say, even. I think, I think for me that feels like the case most of the time. Okay, cool. We've got them parked up. These guys.
Let's do it. We've spotted some people.
Oh, okay. Where are they at?
You're parking.
It sounds like we're shooting at them. Okay, well that's infected. Where's this group of people? Oh wow, look at that. Yeah, boy. Alright, let's get you boys to escort. How many is that? 8? Yeah, 8 of them. Oh, they're pretty badly wounded. That's fine, we'll patch them up. Escorting them into base.
Operator, we've come in contact with some people. They're badly wounded and need some help.
Yeah, let's take them
Ask
in.
them to join us.
We have plenty of capacity to handle you folk. And more is on the way as well. So, dealing with a few hordes coming in from the south here. But let's just go back to the job of moving the cars around in our garages. This one's going to have to come back over here. Though we probably are going to have to build some more greenhouses very soon. Oh wow, okay. Hold up. You boys, let's get you down there. We need you on the defense. Everyone else I'll leave, that'll be fine. What's that? 8 squads? 3, 6. Yeah, 6 hordes. 6 hordes versus 4 squads and 2 gates. I fancy our chances. 2 rows of walls plus barbed wire. Oh, goodness gracious. What are you doing? Stay behind the cover. How did they just multiply like that? I thought we counted 6, now there's like 50. Alright, let's max out the range and the guns as well. Just gonna casually go about the rest of my tasks. Yeah, dealing with them absolutely fine. Another swarm warning coming in, so we're going to expect more of this sometime soon. Yeah, we've still got quite a lot coming in here. Let's get these boys to pop out of cover for a second. That should restock their ammo. Come on, go out of there. There we go. Alright, cool. Get them all re-ammoed. get these guys down here, and where's the other ones? There you are. Get yourselves down here too. Got one coming in from the east as well. No, multiple coming in from the east. Let's get Alpha Squad over there to help reinforce that. Okay, big guy coming in from the south as well. Let's get these guys up here. Alright, we've only got 2 squads dealing with that up there, so let's get the rest of them over. We're only 1 wall thick down there as well, so we want to make sure we reinforce that real quick. We're not stacking up much damage on those walls though, so I'm happy with that. Let's get Alpha Squad down here as well. I mean, it is just, in fact, you know what? No. Stay there. Get all of you guys into the warehouse as well. Max firepower. Oh, they're all shying away a little bit. I mean, I don't like that. I want to deal with you now. How's that ammo looking? Down to 60. Well, it's a good job we've just put production focus on that. Yeah, can you come, please? What are they pillaging as well? Like, what are you talking about? The problem is I don't really have any way of like coaxing them over here, other than driving all the way around. But hopefully they'll cut across here and start coming towards us. Probably need to get over to this side of the river and deconstruct some of this as well, to open up our range and their pathway as well to move that way. Yeah, because it looks like we're gonna have the same as last time, where we actually have a leftover, like, third or half of a swarm yet to come, plus another swarm warning. So looks like we might have some dangerous stuff to deal with over the next coming couple of nights. Alright, one of them is making their way. And they're retreating now because the sun's rising. So let's chuck all the workers, available workers, onto scavenging. Same with the guards, let's get them switched over onto scavenging. Ah, now we've got 3. Ooh. Scrapyard counts as a scavenging task.
Is growing, and so is our population. People say it's high time we introduced laws to face the upcoming threats. But first, we need a new place to gather and discuss those things.
Okay, so we need to build a meeting house, a gathering place. Alright, lovely. We're gonna have to clear up some of this down here to fit that in.
Operator, this is Major Nowak of the Survivors Army. Since we've taken some of your resources, I can offer you some useful information in exchange.
I was wondering when we were going to hear from these guys again. Alright, cool. So, yeah. Alright, go ahead.
You did what you had to do. Let's talk then. Over.
Ask away. Over.
Alright, nice. Okay, he's letting us in. So let's ask him about the infected.
Over.
Not much. Mostly we just kill them. Over.
Okay, very insightful. What about the Survivors Army?
Over.
When everything went south, our division regrouped and tried to keep it together. We weren't nearly enough, so we started to enlist others. Police officers, security, even mercenaries. Now we're continuing our mission and trying to wipe the damned infected off the planet. Over.
Nice. Alright, well, yeah, tell us about other humans you've encountered.
Those damn bastards are everywhere. Robbing, killing, raping, kidnapping, you name it. We're getting rid of this scum whenever we see them. Although there seems to be fewer of them now. Over.
Yeah, indeed. Well, we've got a few around here we could do with your help for them. What about other zones? Okay.
Have you encountered any other zones like ours? Over.
There are others out there. We visited quite a few during our missions. They vary in size, population, and military strength, and obviously, a lot of them can't make it. But there are some which are still holding on, just like you.
Have
We
you
know
heard
Radio
this
Tech's transmission is
transmission?
encouraging people to leave their hiding places. Over.
Yeah, there were a few settlements that transmitted this kind of invitation. They're mostly all gone now. This one must be sent by some prankster or whoever gets their hands on a long-distance radio transmitter. They never reply anyway. Over.
Okay. Um, yeah. What did you mean by
What
mostly
do you mean
kill
by
them?
mostly? What are you doing with those you don't kill?
This information is classified.
Oh,
Over.
great. Okay. Well, you're doing some flipping science experiments with them. I wouldn't be surprised.
How can it be classified? Who's regulating this nowadays?
Yeah.
I cannot share that on a public channel. Everybody can be listening
Oh, I
in.
think we touched a
But
nerve
I can
here.
assure
Best
them
just
that
leave
we're
it for
giving
now.
operation. Over.
Things will reveal themselves in time, I'm sure.
Thank you for the information. Over and out.
Okay. Well, that was a nice little conversation with the army. And that'll wrap it up for this episode of Infection Free Zone. Thank you everyone for watching, and look forward to the next one where there will be plenty more happening, including building a nice gathering place so we can enact some laws for our citizens. Thanks again for watching. Take care, everybody. Peace.